Hello, and welcome to my speech about drunk driving. The purpose of my speech today is to inform you, my audience, about drunk driving, prevention, and tougher laws. As you well know, drunk driving is illegal, not only in the state of Tennessee, but nationwide. Most drunk drivers consider themselves lucky when they have their first offense because they believe it's just a slap on the wrist. And once again, they get behind the wheel and they do it again. 50 to 75% of drunk drivers who lose their license continue to drive. A drunk driver injures someone in a car accident every 2 minutes. A drunk driver kills someone you love every 45 minutes. In 2008, the total fatalities overall nationwide was 37,261. Out of these fatalities, 13,846 people died at the hand of a drunk driver. Out of those 13,846, 1,035 died right here in the state of Tennessee. Have you lost someone to a drunk driver? Have you almost lost someone to a drunk driver? Or do you know someone who has lost a family member to a drunk driver? I have. 12 years ago, my father was hit head-on by a drunk driver and almost died. He was in the hospital recovering for quite a while, and to this day he still has complications from that fatal night. Luckily, his seatbelt saved his life. Some preventative measures that have been designated out there are a designated driver. If you plan a night out with your friends, make sure there's at least one of you that's going to be a designated driver for the group, because you don't let your friends drive drunk. I know during holidays in the state of Tennessee, you can call a number. Sober Ride will give you rides for free if you're drunk and you can't drive home yourself. Instead of implementing that just on holidays, why can't we start an organization and do that, have a designated driver service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? They have them in Las Vegas and New Mexico. So why not Tennessee? You've heard about them trying to pass the law to invoke a breathalyzer inside of a car of a person who's been convicted of a DUI. Let's get that law passed. That way they have to breathe into that every time before that car will start to make sure their blood alcohol count is below the 0.8. They're also trying to implement clubs and bars and restaurants who serve alcohol to make a small investment in a coin-operated breathalyzer. It's an easy way to prevent a customer from leaving their establishment drunk, getting behind the wheel of a car, and causing an accident, injuring or killing someone. For instance, another hot issue in the state of Tennessee is with sex offenders. A consensual act of statutory rape is a Class E felony. That carries stiffer penalties than someone driving drunk. It doesn't make sense that a person is punished more harshly for a consensual act than someone who puts the lives of countless others in jeopardy without our knowledge or our consent. Stricter laws against drunk drivers need to be implemented. Someone that's convicted of a statutory rape faces 2 to 4 years in prison, 2 years of probation, and it's a Class C felony on your record. Someone that's convicted of drunk driving as a first offense, they get 24 hours in jail, up to 11 months. Their license is revoked for 1 year, and they have a fine. But it doesn't become a felony on their record until after their 4th offense. Why give drunk drivers so much leniency? We don't ask them to get behind the wheel and drive drunk and cause accidents or even death. Enforce drunk driving laws. Stop killing people.